Hi everybody. Before I get to the Willy grind, I want to show you the one street spot that I skate sometimes in my town. It's not much of a spot at all. It's just this little piece of sidewalk, and I try to do some manuals. It's kind of fun though because you have to curve your manual to get on and then back off. You have to go around that flower pot. And so this was just me messing around a little bit with some manuals before going to work a few weeks ago. So I got some nose manuals there, and then I wanted to get a regular manual as well. And so I finally got this one. Wasn't too bad, made it all the way out. And then I turned around in the street and came back. I was like, let's turn it into a line. So let's come back with a kickflip. And the kickflip actually is a pretty good one for me. I caught it up in the air and it wasn't too bad, so I'll take that. So we're back in the garage. I'm going to do some warm-ups as I often do. That was actually a really good front shove for me because front shoves are usually really sketchy. And just warming up with like heel flip, kick flip, and stuff like that so that I can get ready to use the rail. And I was honestly trying to do backside feeble a little bit on the rail again, but I kept locking in closer to backside 50-50. I never got one of those either, but then I accidentally locked in like this. And I thought, that felt actually kind of stable. I kind of liked that. So now let's see if I can do it on purpose. And I started playing around with a backside Willy. I'm locking in the front truck and letting the back truck just dangle. Now I know this might be an illegal trick or an uncool trick or not a good trick. I don't care. Go ahead and send the skate police because it's actually a lot of fun. Let's go. Let's go. Taking that. We're taking that. So I landed my first one, which felt really good, and I was really accomplished for the day. So this is another session. I'm warming up with the rail as I often do with board slides. Board slides are always fun. It doesn't matter which way you do them or how often. Board slides just feel good. Then I was trying to do a front shove out to regular out of a backboard, which I've never actually landed before. But I was getting the board to flip over on accident, which I've done on the snow skate. That time I finally landed on the board with a front shove. But I think it's funny that I can still get the board to flip a little bit out of that position. So I'm going to have to figure out what it is that I'm doing and why, so that maybe someday I could actually get the board to flip. And here I've moved on to front board, and that was front board shove out, which is another fun one. And I even got a half cab board slide, which always takes a handful of tries for me to get back into. And then we're going back into the Willy because I realized I hadn't done it in a little while. This was a few weeks apart. And I was like, ooh, I want to do that Willy grind again. And it didn't take very many tries to get one that I rolled away from. And I was like, these are really fun and they feel really good. So I started trying on purpose to get that Willy a little better, a little smoother. And I landed a good handful on this day. Had a couple good falls too. That's a good roll. Yeah. And I also played with the idea of doing it just going straight out to regular because I hadn't done that yet. I'm really inclined to doing a pivot out from this position so far. But I got a nice clean one there, another good one that I'm happy to roll away from. So another session, since I've been having so much fun with the rail, I just wanted to stick with the rail, warming up again with board slides and of the various varieties that I like to do. And there's another half cab one. And then we're going back into the Willy to see what we can do. Again, I'm just getting more comfortable locking into that position and sliding it and seeing what I can do. Still pivoting out, but that's going to change. And on this one, I ollie a little too well, get into a back 50 again. And watch out on this next one, I take a good fall. I actually hit my back on the rail. Luckily, it wasn't too bad. It was a glancing blow. I didn't fully fall onto it. It did hurt. I get up, I kind of assess, okay, am I okay? Is anything messed up? Walk around for a little bit, figure out how I feel. And it hurt, but it wasn't too bad. And I kept skating after this for a couple of reasons. Even though it did kind of spook me and I didn't really want to do the rail anymore, I forced myself to keep doing it because When you do take a good fall, if you can, if you're able, it's a good idea to get back on and keep skating so that you don't dwell on the fear and the pain and the fact that you fell. So I went back to regular board slides again just to see if I could kind of get the flow going again. I got a couple really long slides trying to actually ollie before the first foot of the rail, the little support foot there, and I did it with backboard and front board, got some nice long slides, and that helped rebuild my confidence and get rid of that fear that I had for a little bit. And I got brave enough to go back in and try the wheelie again, and I'm glad I did because I had some good success. A nice clean one with a pivot there, and then I finally started to get the idea of just holding it and then sort of being light on my feet on the way out, and I got a couple of them out to regular finally. So let me know in the comments, are you going to be calling the skate police on me for doing an illegal trick, or should you just do any trick out there? Who cares what it is because it's fun? I think I'm in that second group. And make sure you're trying different stuff on your skateboard, things you've never done before. If I hadn't started to try to lock in on a Willy grind, I wouldn't have discovered how much fun this is and how much I'm enjoying doing a grind that just also feels really good, even if some people might say they don't like it. So get out there, have fun on your skateboard, and as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.